Why do school children give apples to their teachers? The apple represents the tree of knowledge traditionally. Teachers are seen as a major role model and moral influence on their students. Hi, my name is Wyatt Osselstein, and I will be discussing a teacher's display of anger in a classroom and its negative effects on students' perception of their teacher. The main idea of this article is that a teacher's display of classroom anger has a negative effect and interferes with the student's perception of their teacher. I will be discussing the research article about this subject, the results of the research, and the application it has on my own former teacher-student interpersonal relationship. The 2004 research article written by Mary McPherson and Stacy Young, titled "What Students Think When Their Teachers Get Upset," is a research study based on negative teacher behaviors in a classroom and how the degree of the intensity and aggressiveness will directly affect the student's perception and judgment of that teacher. The article relates to the topic of interpreting in Chapter 6, which states that during this stage of perception, we assign meaning to what we just observed and try to make sense of it. This is the attribution theory, where we make an explanation for someone's behavior. Now I will be discussing the hypothesis of this article. Hypothesis 1. The extent to which teacher anger is expressed aggressively. Distributive and passive will be positively associated with students' attributions of internality. Hypothesis 2. The extent to which teacher anger is expressed assertively will be negatively associated with attributions of internality. Hypothesis 3. The intensity of anger expression is positively related to students' perceptions of internality. Now the results. The results have found that teachers who were more abusive or manipulative in their anger displays were considered by students who have been in more control of their emotional outbursts. Results for Hypothesis 2. The more productive teachers are in handling their anger by calmly discussing the problem. The less likely students knew their anger as a part of their disposition and gave them a little more latitude in expressing their frustrations. Results of Hypothesis 3. As students perceive the intensity of their teacher's anger increasing, their perceptions of internal causes for the anger also increase. Finally, the interpersonal relationship that I am applying this to is between a former high school teacher and myself. I was a target of distributive aggression, where this teacher yelled and screamed and completely lost it. His aggressive behavior led to my poor class performance and negative perception of him. I've learned through this research that my teacher's outbursts may have not been internally controllable and may have been brought on by external attributes. Consequently, this explanation of fundamental attribution error could have changed my perception and judgment of him and our interpersonal student-teacher relationship. In conclusion, I have discussed internal and external attributes that directly affect students' perceptions of their teachers and the negative impact it has on those students. I have talked about the research article and discussed my own negative interpersonal relationship with my former high school teacher.